Hello, Renee Flamont here. You guys, when I started this channel, the exact feeling that I was trying to prevent from anyone else ever feeling again was this exact feeling. When your person finds new supply, they call it, in narcissistic personality disorder, because that's how they regard us. We're just supply. Next, next, next. And everything we feed them is supply. Whether we're fawning over them, whether we're fighting with them, whether if we are fighting with them, now they need to go out and get new supply so that they feel important about themselves. And there is nothing quite as devastating as when your person, even if they have this disorder, they're still your person, and they go out and find someone new. Oh, God, I can feel it for those of you this is happening to you right now. I can feel it like it's yesterday. Because you're going along, what people don't understand about narcissistic personality disorder is these people come on so strong. We talked about that last week. They come on so strong, so you think you're wrapped up in a fairy tale. It's not just a normal on-simmer relationship moving along at a nice pace. So if you get walloped and they find someone else, you're all right. It's not a wallop. With somebody like this, they have reeled you in. They've set it up. You think you're in the middle of a fairy tale. You feel safe. You feel like you trust this person, and boom, out it comes. When they do this, when they're finding new supply, this is at the beginning or part of the devalue process. And we talked about that a little bit recently also. And several of the videos in the last couple of weeks encompass devalue. But let's go directly there. They found someone else. What cracks me up is that we stay in it and try to work it out. We ask them why. We ask them, what is it about us? What didn't I have? What more can I do for you? What more can I do for you? You start to bargain with them, anything, so they don't leave you. Why? Because you thought you were in a fairy tale. You can't possibly fathom. You cannot possibly fathom that this fairy tale person just did a complete 180. Well, that is the truth of how the cycle begins of devalue. First, they try to see how far they can go with you. They test the waters with their control. Now they're flat out into Dave, and they found somebody else. It might have been because you guys were in a bad place. It might have been because the narcissist was bored. So that's the danger in the person feeling like, was it because I was cranky? Was it because I didn't want to go out Saturday night? Was it because I'm not fun enough, pretty enough, cook enough, clean enough? It is absolutely nothing you did or didn't do enough or didn't do well or did poorly that made a narcissist find new supply. That is their MO. They're always going to find new supply. They will eventually find new supply on the new supply. And I call new supply a new person. So even if, say, for example, my narcissist was married 15 years twice. He told me right out he cheated the whole time. So every time he got a new person, that was new supply, new supply, new supply. The wife had to put up with that. It wasn't anything she did. They were lovely people. They were lovely women. There was nothing they did. And I don't ever want anyone thinking like it's you. That's my concern. That is why I started this channel, because we have a lot of people, men and women, walking around the earth thinking, what did I do? What did I do? Scratching your head. And then they count on it. You're going to knock yourself out to get it back to that point, because this new supply is killing you. Don't let it kill you. Flip it around. Perspective is everything. And you might say, well, Renee, you're 2 years removed from it. It's easy for you to say. It's not easy for me to say. I know exactly where you are, and I know how crushed you are. But I want to just make you hear this. Ready? It is nothing about you. This is all about them. They will make you think it's about you. They will attack any vulnerabilities that you have, making you think it was you, your deficit, your lacking somewhere. You didn't do enough. And the minute they catch on that you might be concerned with that, they're going to take that and run. And they're going to watch you knock yourself out doing all of these things to try to make them happy. All because there's a new supply in the picture, and you think that that indicates that you weren't enough. You are plenty. Plenty. There's nothing wrong with you. Now, I'm not saying that there might not be things about yourself that you want to improve, but that's not why somebody who loves you goes and finds another person. They don't have a capability of truly loving someone because they can't feel empathy. You might not understand that connection. I didn't at first either. Maybe you do, but I was like, okay, I don't get it. So they can't put themselves in our shoes. They have no idea how they're hurting us when they go out. And what's more, they don't care when they go out and get a new person. They're only thinking of themselves. The only person on the narcissist's mind all the time is themselves. Cannot put themselves in your shoes, cannot feel empathy. They cannot love, not like you do. And they'll say all the words to make you think that it's going to be fine and we'll get back on track. And they say that to keep you going. Why? Why don't they just leave you and go to the next person? Because they got to make sure that they have supply somewhere. Multiple supply is even better. Because if the new supply gets in a fight with them, maybe then they'll come back to you and start to love bomb you again so that you fawn over them and they can feel that sensation of somebody worships me. It's quite calculated. And it's manipulative. And I don't want anyone ever feeling just because the narcissist is dealing with new supply, flirting with new supply, going out with new supply, left you for new supply, that means you're lesser than. It took me a while to realize it's a blessing. Let them have them. Let them have them. And I feel bad for the new supply, I've said it before, because now they're in line for the same exact thing that happened to you. Might take longer. That just depends on how tolerant the new supply is. Do they sweep things under the carpet or do they argue? We've talked about this a lot. And I wanted to start the year out right away letting you know I don't care what they say. But he did say that I did this and I did do that. I was nagging. I don't care. Think about couples that you know that you believe are truly in love. No, we don't know what happens behind closed doors. But think about couples you know that you look at and you're like, no, they're solid. Would that person ever in 1,000,000 years go behind the back of their person because they're having a bad day, bad week, bad month, bad year? That's when you get into it with someone and you go through their stuff with them. Narcissist doesn't even know how to do that. So the minute you have stuff heavy to deal with, that's too much for them. So they go out, they want the fun side. They want to be revered. They want someone to worship them. Now they're going to find it. That's all about devaluing you. It's part of the devalue of you. That's what it's doing. It's putting you in a position that you feel you're not enough. That makes them feel more important. They can't self-soothe. They don't have the skills. They don't have the ability to make themselves feel enough just by sitting here. For example, I've learned I can sit here with no one around me and I feel worthy. I know I'm important. I like myself. I like myself in my own skin. I like how I run my life. I like how I treat people. They don't feel this way. The only thing that can make them feel better is putting someone else down, so in comparison they feel better for the moment, or finding new supply constantly to revere them. That's why they always want to be around the people that are laughing at their jokes, thinking they're a big deal, worshiping them. In the room, they're charming everybody. At home, they're mean to you. They want people fawning over them. It's about devaluing you, but in no way does it mean you're lesser than. And I don't want you starting the new year thinking that. So if you have somebody that just found new supply, look at it like it's his or hers issue. It's their problem that they're trying to work out. It has nothing to do with you. How you're going to handle it going forward, we'll get into in the next few weeks, of course, because you have a lot of choices, don't you? And some of us think we have no choice. But I told him I loved him. It was unconditional, I told him. He's been abandoned his whole life. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to prove to him that I'm not going to abandon him, and I'm going to stay right here no matter what he does to me. Dangerous place. That's a dangerous place to reside because they know you feel that way. You've probably voiced it. We've all done it. Every single member of this audience, all of the subscribers, we've all been through this. And I encourage you to share this with someone who you might think is going through it, because it might just be the words that wake them up. I'm interested in saving you from thinking that you have an issue or a problem or a lacking. They're devaluing you and doing it in front of your face sometimes with the new supply to triangulate you, which we talked about, right? They want you to be jealous. They want you to feel bad about the whole thing. And when they see that you'll accept it and hang in there, they're going to do it again. And next time we're going to talk about why it's so hard to leave the narcissist even when they do this kinds of thing. Thank you for watching, you guys. I'll see you next time.